Aristotle was born in Stagira, Greece, and his father was court physician. So that may be one of the reasons why Aristotle developed interest in biology. He came to Athens and stayed at Plato's academy for 20 years until Plato's death in 347 BC. And after the academy was passed over to Plato's nephew. Okay. And then after Aristotle left, he worked as a tutor to Alexander during 343 to 340 BC. And as Alexander became an emperor, Aristotle came to Athens in 336 and founded a separate institute called Lyceum. So Plato's academy was one institute and Aristotle's Lyceum was another institute. But after Alexander's death, which at that time was under Alexander's control, Aristotle faced political problems and he found it prudent to leave after Alexander's death. He feared facing the same fate as Socrates. He left saying, lest the Athenians sin against philosophy a second time. Whereas Socrates fled, whereas Socrates faced death, Aristotle fled. This shows that there is a difference in their approaches. Socrates is more idealistic and uncompromising, and Plato picked up that trend from Socrates. But Aristotle is pragmatic. But though pragmatic, Aristotle shared the same attitude towards the bigger issues of ethics and politics should go together, and knowledge, goodness, and happiness go together. Aristotle wrote one book on ethics, Nicomachean Ethics, and one on politics. And Aristotle felt these two form one continuous treatise. Okay. So Aristotle gives a more pragmatic approach to pragmatic shape to Socrates and Plato's theory of politics. Okay. How did he give this? Um, Aristotle's theory of forms, theory of forms helps understand Aristotle's approach to many other aspects. How did Aristotle differ from Plato? To Plato, uh, on the sensory world, you have shadows. And in the world of ideas, there is truth, which he called form. Okay. Table is a rectangle. Table is a like a shadow in the real world. But rectangle is a form. So Plato saw the world as shadows, and the objects of the world participating in the forms. But Aristotle rejected this. Aristotle looked at the way a, a biologist looks at things. It is like this. There's a mango seed. Take mango seed. Mango seed, under proper conditions, becomes a huge tree. This becomes a huge tree. Aristotle's theory of forms is based on this simple observation. How does one look at this? Aristotle says it is not that there are shadows in the sensory worlds corresponding to the real. Rather, we can examine everything in terms of what it is and what it is going to be. Okay. What is actual and what its potential is. Or what is being and what is becoming. Okay. Seed is what it is, but it is going to be tree. Seed is actual, but its potential is tree. Seed is its being, but it is becoming a tree. Aristotle said this becoming is there in the being at any time. That is, a seed carries the tree within itself. A tree is immanent in seed. means within. Okay. So, to Aristotle, forms are not in the world of ideas. Forms are simply the potential of what is there in the reality. Okay. A table can be a perfect rectangle, not that the table is participating in a rectangle. So, to Aristotle, something is there as a potential, immanent, and it is realizing and actualizing. Okay. And it means the potential also is part of the sensory world, part of sensory world. There is nothing in the imagination as in Plato's. So, a seed, it can be a small tree, it can be a big tree, or it can be very, very small. So, seed and right conditions lead to these things. So, there is nothing to be imagined here. So, the potential is also empirical. And immanent. So, Aristotle went by what is possible, empirical, rather than ideal. Okay. And mango seed only can become a mango tree. A neem seed cannot be a mango tree. And it is in the nature of mango seed to become mango tree. So Aristotle said, all this is natural. So seed becoming tree, mango seed becoming mango tree is natural. Certain things may be added to it, but it is a natural movement. So on this theory of forms, he examined what is man's nature. If mango seed has certain properties, and that is why it is becoming a mango tree, or mango tree is embedded in the seed or immanent, what is man? So from embryo to man, what is he becoming? What is his nature? And what is going to be after this? It is here Aristotle followed previous thinker's line. What is essential to man is reason. Okay. And he wants to be happy. And how does he plan to be happy? What makes him happy is what is goodness. Goodness is not coming from some other ideals. Goodness is what makes him happy. So, happiness, goodness can go together if proper reason employed. Socrates. And to be like this is natural. That is what man is for. So it is natural for man to be good, to be rational, to be happy. Like it is natural for mango seed to finally become a tree and to realize itself. Okay. And Aristotle extends this from single man to associations. Small association, small group is family. Next, village. Next, political community. And to Aristotle, this trend is also natural. Man's higher faculties are being expressed. In family, man is primarily behaving and meeting his biological needs. But in a political community, higher end needs, man is free. And pursuit of freedom is man's nature. Being happy in this is man's nature. Okay. And like tree is immanent in the seed, man's social nature, man's political behavior, that he would be a part of political community, that he would set a political community, is within a man. It means the entire political growth, his search to find the truth, to be free, to be good, is within. So Aristotle, in a way, thinks of the end and finds that end is there as a potential in the beginning. Tree is there in the seed. Human being is there in undeveloped embryo. In fact, how is embryo conceived? Conceived from the end point of view. What is there in the seed? The idea that it is going to be the tree one day. So it means the end is put in the beginning itself. End and beginning is one way to look at, another way is whole and part. A part is conceived as a part, that is part, when the part is being designed, it knows that where it is a part, which means that it has an idea of the whole. Part is going to be a part of the whole. Okay. So Aristotle does not imagine what is goodness, doesn't imagine mango tree. He simply goes by empirical data and then takes this to be immanent and natural. Okay. And what is good? What is good? Like, what is a good tree? Good tree is something among the possibilities, not an imagined good tree. So, virtue is empirical. Not an imagined ideal. Okay. So, Aristotle thinks that people have an idea of what makes a good man. And out of those possibilities, they pick up certain things as good. So here he says, virtue may be between two vices, in between two vices. Something like courage is between cowardice as a vice and foolhardiness, another vice. Courage is in between. This is what he thought of virtue. But his main point is goodness is somewhere between two bad things. And this bad thing is empirical, this bad thing is empirical, and goodness also is empirical. Okay. So, this is his theory of forms applied to ethics as well as politics. Okay.